Hello everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from Physio Function, and I'm going to be taking this level 1 different strokes exercise class today. So as always, we want you to have an enjoyable and challenging class, but it's really important for your safety that you exercise to the correct level. So level 1 classes are designed for people who may not have any movement in their affected arm or leg. It is a seated class, so there'll be no standing exercises in this class. Please note that it is a requirement that you have an assistant, so it could be a family member, friend or carer there to assist you with exercises as needed. Fab, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to do a full body exercise class today. We're going to start with a warm-up as we would normally, then getting a bit quicker and getting some cardiovascular work towards the end to get ourselves nice and warm. We're then going to go into 2 mini circuits. So we're going to do an upper body focused mini circuit and then a lower body focused mini circuit before finishing with our cool down. So let's get started. So this is our last week of classes before Christmas. But please remember that over the Christmas period, there's loads of classes that you could access to continue exercising until we start back again in the new year. Okay, so let's just sit nice and in our chairs. Okay, so if you can, you're going to try and bring your back away from the back of the chair or reduce the amount of pressure that you feel going through the back of the chair. Think about really nice posture. So we're going to grow nice and tall. Think shoulders wide, head high. Imagine someone's got a balloon or hot air balloon pulling up through the top of your head. So they're growing you nice and tall through your spine. Okay, and we're just going to start by taking some nice shoulder rolls here. So you're going to do up, back and down. Try and get everything loosened up and feeling a bit more fluid and a bit more mobile. Lovely. Okay. Let's do one more here. Let's change direction. So we're going to do big shoulder rolls forward. Really nice. That's lovely. Big roll. So you can get a little bit bigger with those shoulder rolls. So on your affected side, you're just thinking about moving it as much as you can. Really good. Lovely. Okay, so if you can this time, we're going to try and do some bigger strokes with our arms. So if you have no movement on your affected side, don't worry too much. Just continue on with any shoulder rolls that you can. We're going to try and take arms back and around, back and around. So if you've got some movement on your affected side, you could just do as much as you can. So we're thinking about nice big back strokes. Or alternatively, if you have no movement, you're doing a shoulder roll and then a big roll back with your unaffected arm. Lovely. So picking whichever option works for you. Really nice. And then we're going to change direction. So you're going to do a big arm reach forward as if you're doing a front crawl. So big reach forward. If you've got the movement, you're doing as big a reach forward as you can on your affected arm. Or alternatively, you're just trying to do a little shoulder roll. So just using what you've got. Really nice. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look over our right shoulder, back to the middle, and then over to the left. Back to the middle. Lovely. Look to the right, back to the middle, and then to the left. Back to the middle. Good. To the right, back to the middle, and then to the left. Back to the middle. Right, back to the middle, left. Back to the middle. Okay, we're going to add on a bit of body rotation here. So working on that middle back of yours, okay? So what we want to try and do, we're going to hold our hands together. We're going to bring our hands over to our right knee, turning our shoulders and try and look over our right shoulder as far as you can. Stay nice and tall. And then we're going to come back to the middle, hands on the left knee, turn to the left, look over your left shoulder. back to the middle, hands on the right knee, turn the body, turn your shoulders, look over that right shoulder, back to the middle, hands on the left knee, turn to the left, look over your left shoulder, and back to the middle. We're going to do one more each way, hands on the right knee, going to turn to look over your right shoulder, back to the middle, hands on the left knee, turn to look over the left shoulder, back to the middle. Lovely. Okay, so now we're going to do a bit of side bending. So right arm relaxed down. I want you to try and reach down towards the floor as far as you can control with your right arm, and then back up. Now, if this is your affected side, you might need someone to help support you, or you might have your arm supported, especially if you've got weakness around that shoulder, and just try leaning over onto that arm. Make sure that you're not pushing into any pain. Make sure your arm is nicely supported. You're just getting a bit of length in the opposite side of your body. You could even, if this is your affected side, reach your unaffected arm up and over to get a bit of a stretch here. Okay, then we're going to go the other way. So again, if this is your affected arm, support it. Unaffected arm, reach up and over. Or if this is your unaffected side, we're going to try and reach down towards the floor as far as comfortable, as far as you can control, and then back up. Okay, we're going to go the other way. So remember, if this is your affected side, you're leaning, reaching up and over with your unaffected arm. Back to the middle. Then the other way, so if this is your unaffected side, we're reaching down towards the floor. Or if it's your affected side, we're reaching up and over. Really nice. And then back. Lovely. Okay, let's hold our hands together in front. We're going to reach our arms forward, and then we're going to come back. So you might want your assistant to help support underneath your affected arm, especially if you've got quite a heavy and weak arm, just to give you that little bit of extra support and de-weight it a wee bit. So hand underneath the arm, and you can guide it forward. We're trying to straighten the arm as much as we can, and then come back in. Now, if you can't get to parallel, if that's a bit difficult for you, just lower your arms down. And remember, you're moving within your pain limits, moving within your available range of motion. So if you've got tightness, you might find that you can't get completely straight right away. That's okay. Just start with smaller movements and then just gradually increase them as you feel able. Really nice. So straightening and then coming back in. And again, you're straightening out and back in. Let's do 2 more here. Out and in. 1 more. Out and in. Really nice. This time we're going to bring our hands up to our chest and back down. So bending and straightening those elbows. Up and back down. Good. And we're going to go again. Coming up and then back down. Good. Up and down. Lovely. Up and down. Okay, on this last one, we're going to hold it up here, hands together. If you can, try and unclasp your fingers so you're in a bit of your hand palms are facing each other. Okay, if that's tricky, you can keep your hands intertwined. And I want you to try and bring your hands down towards your chest. Now, only go as far as you can. This can be quite an intense wrist stretch. So bring it down as far as you can until you feel a slight stretch in your wrist, so down the front of that forearm and in the wrist. Okay, if fingers are together up here, if not, we're down here. We're just going to hold that there, and then we're going to come up. And then again, we're going to come back down. Lovely. And then back up. Do a couple more here, back down, so hands together or clasped. And back up. 1 more, down. And back up. Really nice. Okay, so now we're just going to start getting our legs moving a little bit. We're going to try and lift our right knee up as far as we can. Now, if this is your affected side, think about the movement. Even if you're not getting actual movement, Just try and get that connection from your mind to your muscles. Even a flicker is positive. So I want you to really try and get as much as you can, and then back down. And then we're going to go the other knee, up, and then back down. Remember, thinking about the movement. And back down. Try and keep nice and tall. And back down. Lovely. So we're going to go up and back down, up and back down. Right, we're going to see if we can get a bit quicker with it now. Up and down, up and down. Good. Keep nice and tall. So think about drawing those tummy muscles in. Lovely. Go a bit quicker. Okay, so if you're getting a bit quicker now, don't worry so much about the height. And in 5 seconds, we're going to go into a bit of a march. Okay, off we go. So not so worried about how high you're getting, but now we're trying to increase a bit of speed. So remember, you're just moving your effective side as much as you can. If you've got no movement, don't worry, just think about it, and you could just be marching your unaffected leg. Just going to try and get a bit of heat and a bit of warmth going now. Warm those muscles up. So try and think about moving your arms as well. Marching away. Nice. Lovely. And then relax. Okay, let's have a go at doing some heel tapping. So I want you to think about digging your heel into the ground, straightening your knee, coming back. Digging, coming back. So straighten your leg, dig your heel, back in. Straighten your leg, dig your heel, back in. Dig, back in. Again, just doing as much as you can on your affected side. Really trying to exaggerate that heel dig. Lovely. Really nice. Keep it going. Digging as much as you can. Gonna go for 5 more seconds. Lovely. One more. And relax. Fantastic. Okay, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. We're going to go into our first mini circuit. So we're going to do this twice. We're going to do 60 seconds, so a minute per exercise, back to back. We'll have a little break in between as well. So the first exercise we're going to do is a chest press. So if you have a stick and you have some grip, you could use a stick for this. So you could hold the stick between your hands and press it forward and back. Otherwise, I want you to hold your hands together, okay, and we're going to be reaching forward and back, forward and back. You're thinking about straightening that elbow as much as you can, okay, and then if you need, so your assistant could help support your affected arm if you've got quite a lot of weakness there and it's quite heavy, and then, or if you've got the movement, you just can't get that last bit, they can help support it so that you can really think about trying to get that last little bit of straightening. Okay, so we're going to go first one, the chest press. So that's our reaching forward. The next minute, so I will tell you these ones as we go as well, but do the circuit, but I thought I'd just demonstrate them first so you have an idea. So we're going to do a minute of the forward reach. Then we're going to go straight into a minute of reach and row. So I want you to think about reaching forward and then you're pulling back. So think thumbs out, chest apart. Now again, on your affected side, you might be wanting to keep your arm there. You're just thinking about those shoulder blades squeezing back together. So we're going to reach forward. So you can either slide your hands forward on your knees or you can reach with your hands clasped. Okay, so forward reach and row. So again, so we're reaching forward, sliding hands across, down knees, and then we're pulling back and we're rowing. So think thumbs out, shoulder blades squeeze, or here with your affected side, squeezing shoulder blades back together. So you might find on your effect, you're just doing the movement, the reach with your unaffected side if you didn't want to be doing the hands clasped. So we're going to go into that one, and then we're going to go into our cardio exercise. So we're going to do a bit of a burpee, okay, my seated burpee. So we're going to march, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, clap, reach, however you want to do it. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could go forward, backward, reach, okay? Or you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. Again, just moving your affected side as much as you can. So that's our first mini circuit. Again, we'll go through them as we start, but we're going to go on our first one first. So remember, this is the chest press, so reaching forward and back. Think about good posture. We're going to go for a minute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward and back, nice and tall, forward and back. Think really good posture, really reach those arms forward, think about straightening those elbows, and then you're going to pull those elbows back in. You're going to reach forward, think about pulling those elbows. You're doing as much as you can with your affected side, and then coming back in. And again, reaching those arms forward and then back. Now that's a bit tricky for you. You might even find being at a table or something, you can practice sliding your arms forward and back. Sometimes doing that with a tea towel underneath your hand can be quite a nice exercise for practicing getting those triceps, so the muscles on the back of the arm working, and the muscles at the front of the shoulder for that forward reach motion. So reaching forward and back. One more here, forward and back. Fantastic. So we're going into our reach and row. So we're reaching our arms forward, lean forward, and then we're pulling back, shoulders wide, thumbs back like you're hitching a ride. Reaching forward, coming back, hands wide. Remember, other option, you've got your reaching forward, hands together. Just go as far as you can control, and you can either pull back, elbows in, or think about elbow back. Or again, the one-handed option, we're reaching forward, and then we're pulling that arm back, squeezing both shoulder blades back together. So pick whichever option works for you. Nice squeeze back together, good. Reaching forward, and then back again. Lovely. Good. Well done, everybody. Reaching forward and then back. Almost there. One more. Forward and then back. Lovely. Okay, into the burpee. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. If you want, forward, forward, back, back, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. Lovely. If you've got a bit of a clap, you can clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, clap. Or reach. So whichever one works for you. We're trying to pick up a bit of speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. You good? You're over halfway. 3, 4, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, reach. Nearly there. One more. 2, 3, 4, reach. Well done. Okay, grab yourselves a drink. We're going to do that little circuit again. So we're going to give ourselves my stopwatch, a little bit of a rest. So we're going back into the chest press again. Okay, and then so we're going to do the chest press again, the reach and the row, and into our burpee. So it's another mini circuit. Okay, and then we're going to go into our lower body focus circuit. Whew. Getting warm in here. I've got the heating on because it's so frosty outside. It's been really cold this week. Okay, so when you're ready, okay, we're going to think again about sitting up in nice posture or lessening that pressure through the back of the chair, sitting as tall as you can. Okay, we're going to go into our chest press. So get yourselves ready. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're reaching forward, straightening those elbows, and then pulling back. Reaching forward, really squeeze those elbows straight and pull back. Lovely. Reach forward, squeeze those elbows straight, nice and long. and back. So remember, if up this height is a bit difficult for you, then just lower your arms, okay? And think about that straightening of the elbows. You could even straighten and then do a little lift if you wanted to, if that was a better way for you doing it, but works better for you that way, I mean. Okay, but we're just thinking about straightening those arms out in front. We're squeezing those elbows straight and then pulling back in. Good. Squeezing those elbows straight and then pulling back in. Fantastic. Squeeze those elbows straight. Pull back in. Okay, one more here. Squeeze those elbows straight and pull back in. Okay, straight into our reach and row. So we're reaching forward, leaning forward, back nice and straight, squeezing those shoulders back, thumb back like you're hitching a ride. Reaching forward, so remember, one-armed option, two-armed option if you have the movement, or we're reaching here and we're pulling back with those elbows, squeezing shoulders together. So the focus here is on the shoulder blades squeezing back together. If you want, you can also do a bit of a bottom squeeze. It's always a good one. Trying to get all those muscles at the back of your body working. So squeeze shoulders, squeeze bottom. Good. Reach forward. Squeeze back. Lovely. Reach forward. And squeeze back. Really good. Nearly there. Got time for one more. Reach forward. And then pull back. Lovely. Straight into our burpee. So the marching and the reaching. Off we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Moving as quick as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Good. Or forward, forward, back, back. Reach if you want to step it up a level. Lovely. Remember, you're just moving within your limits. This bit is just about getting yourself moving, getting your breathing rate up a little bit, getting you a bit warmer. Doesn't matter how pretty it looks. Really good. Well done, everyone. Nearly there. First knee circuit, nearly done. Good, one more. And rest, well done. Okay, get a drink if you need one. We're going to come into our second circuit now. So, second circuit is a lower body circuit. So, I'll just go through the 3 exercises. I want you to sit forward on your chair if you can. So, just making sure you're safe and you're doing it within your own limits. But feet on the floor underneath your knees. We're going to try and lean forward to get a bit of weight through both of your legs. So, you're just leaning forward, hands can be on your lap or they can be on your chair. And I want you just to think about pushing into the ground. So pushing your heels down into the ground as if you're trying to push yourself off the chair, but we're not moving. You're just digging those heels down, feeling the pressure maybe lift a little bit off your bottom, and then relax. Feeling forward, you're going to push. Think about squeezing your bottom, pushing those heels down into the ground as far as you can, and then relax. So that's the first exercise. The second exercise, we are going to do a heel raise. So we're going to go up on our toes, and then we're going to dig one of our heels down. Straighten the leg, dig your heel down. Come back, up onto the toes, just as far as you can, and then dig the opposite heel down. So I want you just to think about big digging movement if you can, okay? On your affected side, if you struggle, just think about lifting and digging as much as you can, okay? Think about that heel up motion, all right? And then finally, we're just going to go into some marching for a minute as our little CV exercise. Okay, 1 minute, off we go. We are going for the sit forward, push down into the chair, so the floor, sorry. Squeeze, squeeze, and back. Lovely, again, nice posture, leaning forward, weight even through your legs. Dig your legs down into the ground to really push your heels down. Feel the pressure, feel the muscles at the back of your body and in your bottom working, and down. Good. And again, lean forward and push, 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 and then down. Well done. And again, we're going to come forward. We're going to push down, push, 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 squeeze, and down. So you should feel the muscles in your bottom, the muscles at the back of your thigh. Push, and then your feet pushing down into the ground. We're going to come forward. We're going to push, push, push. Dig those heels down. Squeeze your bottom. And then come back. One more. Lean forward. Push down. Squeeze your bottom. Really push the ground away. And then back. Okay, into your heel digs and your heel raises. So up on your toes. Dig your right foot into the ground forward. Come back. So you can hold onto the chair. Up on your toes. Then we're going to dig the left heel into the ground. Step it back. Up into the toes. Right heel. Lovely. Up into the toes. So on your unaffected side, if you've got no movement at all, just focus on your unaffected leg. Or just think about doing as much as you can. Again, even if it's flickers, that's great. Just think about getting that side of your body working. Good. And dig. Good. Up we go. And then the left one. Lovely. Okay. We're going to go into our marching now. So 1 minute. Off we go. Again, just marching those legs as much as you can. Holding your hands. Moving from your body. 1 minute of moving as quick as you can. Really nice, everyone. Nearly there. We've got one more round of this circuit and then we're done. So just moving at your own pace as quick as you can. Really nice. Got 15 seconds. Lovely. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get yourselves a drink. So we're going to go back into that second circuit again. So starting with the leaning forward and the pushing the ground away. So thinking about heels driving down as if you're trying to push and lift your bottom up, but you're not. You're just feeling that pressure going up. So pushing, 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 squeezing your bottom and then coming back. Okay? Straight back into that. So have another short little bit of a break. Make sure you're keeping yourself hydrated. Even though it's colder, sometimes with the heating on and things, we tend to dry out a lot, so it's easy to forget to drink. So just make sure you're keeping your fluids up. Fantastic, especially when you're exercising. Okay, off we go. We are going to be leaning forward, pushing the ground away. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then come back. Lovely. And again, lean forward, push the ground away. Dig those heels down, squeeze the bottom. And then come back. Good. And again, lean forward, weight over those legs. Push them into the ground. Come on, really push. Feel the muscles in your hamstrings and in your bottom working. And then come back. Really good. And again, lean forward, push into the ground. Really push, 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 push. Really nice. And then come back. Fantastic. And again, lean forward, push the ground away. Really push. Lovely. And then come back. Good. And again, lean forward, push the ground away. Push, push, push. And then lean back. Lovely. And again, push the ground away. The last one, really push down. And then relax. Okay, straight into your heel raise. Dig that foot into the ground. Heel raise. Dig into the ground. Good. Raise and dig. Raise and dig. Nice. Moving at your own pace and within your own limits. Really nice. Keep it going. Good. Heel raise and dig. Raise and dig. Good. Really lovely. Raise and dig. Raise and dig. Good. Nearly there. 15 seconds. Raise and dig. Try and make it a really nice big movement with the digging. One more. Okay. And then we're going to go into your marching. Off you go. Last bit. Move those legs as much as you can. Really lovely. Fantastic, everyone. Keep it moving. Lovely. Last bit, almost there, halfway. Good, keep it going. Sit nice. Nearly there. Definitely out the mince pies today. Or the chocolates. Or whatever is your preference. For me, the chocolates and the mince pies probably. And stop there. Well done. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, well done. That was a good little burner, that was. Okay, so we're going to, again, I want you to now hold your hands together. Okay, you're going to slide them forwards on your lap. I want you to round your back and drop your head chin to chest. Feel that stretch across your upper back. Take some nice big breaths in here. Big breaths in out. We fill up those lungs. One more. Lovely. Okay, I want you to sit nice and tall. Hands as far behind your back as you can. Okay, so you've got the movement, both hands. If not, got one hand there. Squeeze shoulders back together. Look up to the ceiling. Feel that stretch across your chest. Sometimes it can be quite nice as well, actually, if you have an assistant or a carer there, they could just gently place their hand on the front of your shoulder here and just help that shoulder gently come back a bit, especially if it rolls forward, just to help you feel that stretch. Again, always when you're assisting someone, move gently and make sure that they can tell you if it's a bit too far or if it's uncomfortable. So you're only ever working within your limits, within your pain limits. Should be a stretch, but no pain. And then relax off. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to slide forward on our chair a little bit. We're going to put our right leg out straight in front. So I'll turn to the side to demonstrate these. So right leg out in front, nice and tall. So you're just sitting as tall as you can, forward on your chair. You're going to slide your hand forward on your bent knee, keeping your back straight until you feel a stretch down the back of the straight leg. Now you're going to hold that there. Really nice. Good. And then we're going to change legs. So we're going to bring that left leg out straight in front of you. Hands on your bent knees. Sit nice and tall. Lean forward. Lovely. Until you feel that stretch down the back of that straight leg. Keep your back straight. Keep your tummy muscles pulled in. You might find it it's a bit tricky for you to get your leg on the floor. If you put your leg on a foot cushion, footrest, you can get a bit more of a stretch easier without sitting so far forward. Lovely. Okay, this time we're going to bring our right foot back as far as we can behind us. Okay, so legs back here, heel can be off the floor. We're going to put our hands on that right knee and we're going to try and push our heel down towards the floor to feel a stretch in the back of that calf muscle. Hold that there. Really nice. This is a nice one that you can do throughout the day. holding for, if you've got the time, holding for about 30 seconds, and relax, lovely. And we're going to bring the opposite leg back, heel back, pushing down, trying to get that heel to the floor, especially if you get tightness in your calf muscles, which a lot of the time, a lot of us do. A really nice one. Really nice, okay. Right, so I want you to take a nice big breath in, reaching up again, and out, and in again, big breath in, and out. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for this level 1 different strokes exercise class. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, wonderful New Year's. We will be back with you in the New Year's on the 4th of January, which will be my first video back, okay? So, but remember, there's loads of content on the Different Strokes website that you can access to keep yourself active over this festive period. So keep yourself moving, keep active, take care, and have a lovely, lovely Christmas and New Year's. All right, thanks guys, bye.